Good morning. It's Monday morning, March 16th. This morning, I was in 2 Samuel, chapters 11 through 14, and I wanted to share two verses. Actually, the first two verses I read, chapter 11, verses 1 and 2. It happened in the spring of the year, at the time when kings go out to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel. And they destroyed the people of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David remained at Jerusalem. Then it happened, one evening, that David arose from his bed. He walked on the roof of the king's house. And from the roof, he saw a woman bathing, and the woman was very beautiful to behold. It was Bathsheba. And he sent for her. And he slept with her. She was a married woman. Her husband was at war with the soldiers. She became pregnant. He called Uriah, her husband. He sent for him, and he came in and he pretended to be interested in what was going on the battlefield. And then he said, "Go home and spend the night with your wife." But Uriah, he didn't go home. He went and spent the night with all the servants of the king. And David asked him, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Because my brothers and the other soldiers, they're fighting. I'm not going to go home and sleep with my wife when my brothers are at battle." So then David said, "Spend one more night here." He got him drunk, hoping that he would be drunk and go home with his wife, and he didn't do it. Again, he slept there. And so David told the generals, "Put him up at the front, make sure that he gets killed." Ugly. And then he took Bathsheba for his own wife. I want us to notice here, the Lord just pointed something out to me. David made sure that all his soldiers, he said he sent his soldiers out to war. He made sure that he fought his enemies on the outside. He made sure that he had good generals. He made sure that he had plenty of soldiers to win the war. But he didn't pay any attention to the war that was going on inside of his heart. He made sure the war on the outside against his enemies was being taken care of. But the war on the inside, the war that destroys us, the war that causes us to sin, the war that keeps us in bondage to our old nature, he didn't pay any attention to it. He won the war on the outside. He lost the war on the inside. Many times, the church, we get very busy. We have all our programs. We make sure that we have evangelistic meetings. We make sure that the lost are preached to. For many churches, we make sure that the hungry are fed. We do all the things on the outside that God has called us to do. There's a battle on the outside. But for many in the church, they never do the battle on the inside. They never spend time with God alone. They never go to their prayer closet. And that's why many times we read in the paper, we find out, famous pastors stealing money, having affairs, different things. That's just the famous. It goes on throughout the whole body of Christ. Because we're very busy fighting the war on the outside that God has called us to fight. But for the most part, the church has lost the war on the inside, where we are being transformed into the image of Jesus, where he hungers to fellowship with us, where he calls us to himself, where he wants to speak to us, and he wants us to pour out our heart to him. That's the battle that many in the church are losing. My prayer is that we'll be a people that seek Him. That we'll be a people that want to know the God who saved us. That we will be a people that want to know the one we claim to serve. That we'll be a people that want to know the one that we tell others all about. That's my prayer. Lord, help us. Thanks for listening to me today.